So, hi everyone! Today in this video we're gonna talk about another mental model that you can use in order to have better success in your life, because you're using mental models that helps you to better solve problems that I would say that proportionally you got more well paid, as much as well you evolve as well your ability to be a problem solver. And then so that's why I justify you to pay attention to try to develop this skill in hope to be someone that has a higher ability to solve problems, and then so being more valuable. I really expect you to help me by subscribing and posteriorly seeing other videos to make you a better person. But so what you're gonna talk today, we're gonna talk about the opportunity cost mental model. And what is the opportunity mental cost, and what you can say that is important? Well, obviously, first trying to understand it, describing it, what so are the examples that it can better be perceived how this mental model can be useful, and why in reality so you can use it in order to make your life better. So what do you have to understand? Every choice that you do, it comes always with hidden costs that probably you will not think, but in reality that's why is the hidden cost. It's hidden, you need to always understand, because whatever you do a behavior, you're kind of executing a trade-off. So if I'm spending my time in being in school, I'm spending this time in learning these skills, but at that same time I'm losing. So it's the cost of doing the action of studying in a college is probably this same time I would spend in learning other skill that could be useful. That's the opportunity cost. So opportunity cost is like what you didn't choose, the value of what you didn't choose. And then so it seems useful to understand, then this is important to understand the opportunity cost, because in reality you would like all to do the behaviors that have the less opportunity cost. So the behaviors that you, by doing it, it's the ones that you lose less by so doing the behavior. And obviously then so what I'm assuming, and what will be the you always doing the action that you lose less, which means then obviously you're doing the action that values more. In how this can be explained in a better way, why the majority of people they tend to go to college, because the time that they're spending in when the transition to childhood and then so go for more adults, what so will be you spend this time? Probably doesn't exist another like better way, or at least more secure relation between the value that you could get by being present in college and the time you spend. Probably the ratio is the best type, is kind of highest as possible is in doing college, because if the childhood, the guys that are in childhood going for the adults, what could be better behaviors than going for college? Probably they could try to be in entrepreneurship. Okay, but probably it will be something that is good, because the probability of them to have a specific type of value without having information, knowledge, education, the probability of them having prosperity and then so starting and spending time in raising a business in comparison with going for college or getting other formation, probably is much less likelihood that I'm gonna get something valuable for trying to be entrepreneurship than in being still information and probably gaining a work in a more established type of business that already then have their like stagnate their clients. So it's something that I have less risk type of option, that I'm gonna receive earnings because I'm gonna working by receiving a salary, not being present in a certain environment as is being a owner and starting a business. And then so that's why the majority of people they will try to be entrepreneurship, because they don't have the skills, the perception of what is their costs that they have to support by being entrepreneurship is too much high in comparison with the costs of probably not start a business if they have choose so the pathway of going for formal education. And then so what this example as well as to be understood is obviously the whole particular cost is not the same for everyone. Example, imagine obviously going for absurd example, the opportunity cost of going for the college that probably someone that people that is between childhood and adult, is much less than probably Elon Musk now. He decides to go for college again because what's going to be the losses that Elon Musk will have if they did back so go for college? They will not have time to run their business that have today. They are obviously a leverage because he's the owner, so exponentially receives much more than the effort that he puts on. Obviously, not discrediting and saying that he doesn't put the hard work, but obviously by being the owner, you save much more proportionally by the effort that you put than the specific co-workers that don't have like equity. And then so the what you would spend in terms of not running the business, and obviously by Tesla and things having all smart people, but he is the head of the company, and then so he influences a lot the way that the companies work. Him don't spending that time in being a trade-off, preferring now to spend it in trying to get formation, another formation, ecology, whatever is the course, obviously you will losing much more than other ones. And that's why so explain that it doesn't gonna do the action because the opportunity cost that comes with going for formation for someone that's already established as Elon Musk is much more than other one that is a person that doesn't have like any type of network, doesn't roll a business, and then so what will be the time that it will spend if it doesn't go for college? Probably doing home and working, playing video games, and then so not getting educated to have a better future. And then so the opportunity cost will be much higher if the person choose the option or go for formation other than someone as Elon Musk that obviously is in a different type of environment if they decide so to go for college in comparison with maintaining ruling their business. So basically what are the main concepts that I want to get right now in this part of this video is that what is opportunity cost is whatever if you kind of lost when you do a specific option. We as a human beings that tries always to increase as much utility you got from the environment, we obviously will prefer to do always the type of action that have lost opportunity cost. And as well, different type of persons, they have different type of opportunity cost even if they do the same behavior, and this obviously was clarified by using the example of two different persons as someone to go for childhood to adult ones, so goes for the college, and other one like Elon Musk if as well do the same behavior of go to college again. The opportunity cost for both is different, which so determines why some people tend to do a behavior while other ones they tend to perceive that same behavior in a different way and then so don't do the behavior. That's why exists diversification. That's we praise so much people achieve what are the things that they really have a giftness where their reality they're really good, because the opportunity cost of someone that's really gifted in football going so for a formal education is much higher than someone that has a higher expertise in logical and mathematics and go for that, because the opportunity cost, as I said, it depends as well in how I am, the context that I am, what is my wide of options that I got. And someone that has a giftedness in the football, it could be they could lose so spending their time in improving even more their skills to get so as one of the best in the areas. And what I said in prior videos, we kind of live in a world that winner takes all, that like the people that are best in their works, they're like exponentially more well paid than other ones that probably are just like slightly worse, but just by being slightly worse they exponentially receive much less than the ones that are the best ones. And then so that's why we have to understand we are better ones, because these influences a lot so what's going to be our perception about whole behaviors. And obviously we have so much diversified, we can get formation in a lot of courses in a lot of areas. That's why is much more today we having the ability to think clearly so to understand and do better decisions, because we need to understand then we have obviously limited time, we have not like someone that lives forever, and then we have to understand how we are better, what I do like, what world requires to do. Then so obviously people must work because they want to save money, and this is obviously a relation of supply and demand, where I'm best, where I'm or supply and demand, what's my ability to provide value, if I have giftedness to produce something that's scarce or not. And so that's why it's always important that you have to think about the actions that you do, and a better way to do it is understanding to evaluate action is the best way is what I could be spending that same type of time, whatever is effort, like effort, mental energy, that I could spending another thing that I have a higher leverage because I have a higher ability to learn and being good in football than this same type of energy, mental energy and time that I'm spending in college. I not have leverage because I'm not like have the skill and not have the potential to be someone that can perform in academical field as the same way that I have because of my giftedness, my comparative advantages, my natural advantages that I've got by being someone that has a BL type that is much better to football than having like a brand that is higher develop to work so in academic field. So basically what I have to understand is we're feeling the paradox of choice that we have so much things that we could choose to do, then it's much better now than past having a good decision making, have the ability to think clearly because we're so overloaded with information. We have to choose selective. So what you do, and then you're definitely gonna go ahead for the time because we are living in a world that winner takes all, and so your ability to specialize and really understand so where you should specialize since early days helps you so to develop that skill over the time that makes you have a higher probability to be the best one in that specific area, and then so you exponentially save much more than other ones that probably have like a more type of even being as much talent as you because they're having so much time spending and being in uncertainty what they will choose to spend their time, then so they will not have the time that was needed to develop as much as you so to reach to your point, and then so you're always going to be ahead of other people's that are not someone that takes decisions like with certainty. So I expect this video has helped you to make better decisions in your life, and I expect you so too as well to help me by subscribing and seeing other videos. So see you in the next one.